authority to represent. We do not even know if he is a lawyer. We don't even know if he has a union card from the American Bar Association Union. We know he is not licensed by the state of New York as our doctors and veterinarians. Neither are Rudolph, McCabe, Lippman, or their ghostwriter. Glendora's motion is improperly and primarily devoted to ad hominem attacks. Well, it's not ad hominem. That means to the man. It's ad deum, which means to God. And he says improperly, and Glendora crosses out the im. Till all success be nobleness in liberty and law. It was nice in those days. It isn't anymore. And deum is winning over hominem. You, plural, have made the wrong choice. In voice, you should invoke your self-possession. It is not too late. But for Caligari, it is. Sarok fails to refute what Glendora has written and read on TV. Ergo, it is the truth, and it stands. And he loses in its entirety. 105. The judges that rendered the appellate decision, well, they didn't, what they rendered was making the courts meaningless. That's what they rendered. And this is Starrock's line number 274. And he says that Glendora's claims, well, they aren't claims, they're proofs. A bias, however, are wholly conclusory. Oh yeah, I only presented something like 70 pages of their bias. And need not be considered by the court. Well, yes, you'd better consider them court. You're already sued on enough things. You had better consider them court. And everything that Glendora says is res ipsa loquitur. Things speak for themselves. And he cites a case, and what do I tell you about this case law? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That there's no such thing as case law. It's a contradiction, because cases do not make law. And judges do not make law. Legislators make law. That's why we happen to have 3 different chambers of government. Did you ever hear of that? Executive, legislative, and judicial. Did you ever hear of that? It's just another bad judge by another bad decision by a bad judge. What is conclusory is this aberrant paragraph written by juvenile Sarok, deviation from what is right, natural, and moral. His parents made the wrong choice. Glendora is exuberant that there are no pay raises for state judges. Make them pay us for ruining our courts. $136,000 plus what these judges get, and that's times 6 of them. What have you got here? You got over $500,000, all wasted in their slop. And $70,000 for 2 ghostwriters. That amounts to a ripoff. Make them return it to us. And zap their pensions. And that's what the 14th Amendment says, if they don't take an oath and keep it. 3, lose their job. 4, lose their pensions. Bye-bye. Decompressed. Bye-bye is decompressed version of God be with you. Bye-bye. Decompressed version of God be with you. And you be with God. So we're up to page 106. And take a look at how Sarok changes his signature again. And what is it? It's proof that inside of his head, it's muddled, it's empty, it's confused. And it's unsound. Sarok lies that he is the attorney for Master Riley. He has no proof of that. He's been asked dozens of times to produce his Carmody weight, proof of authority to represent. It's not hard. If he's Master Riley's attorney, then say so. Have her write an affidavit. Have her just write an affidavit. That's how simple it is. But you see, he doesn't do that, so that just shows you're guilty. Remember that Glendora moved for relief, not argument, re-argument. And Glendora wants Sarok sanctioned, $10,000, pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 11, for his misrepresentations. It is even more obvious that Rudolph Conclave should quash Sarok's papers. Another thing, I tell you again, he did not serve them by regular mail. Now a good court would, but Rudolph, McCabe, and Littman are a bad court. We're up to page 107. Sarok does not serve by regular mail. Watch the Rudolph Conclave. Ignore this or cover it up for him. He does not represent Master Riley. No Carmody weight has been, proof has been given. If he did, it is easy enough to write an affidavit saying so. The same applies to Glendora's case in Harrison and Glendora case in the Phillipstown court. Everything that Sarok says is hearsay. He is a latecomer. He was not there. He does not swear under penalty of perjury that he is telling the truth. He does not defend on the merits. He has no meritorious defense. He cites no applicable law, specifically the Uniform City Court Act, Section 1801 et sequitur. He has no defense against Glendora. 44 pages are undefended, and hence establishes all the points in Glendora's favor. Everything is conclusory. There's no witnesses, there's no testimony, there's no evidence. It is all rhetoric. It is not court. Master Riley still can't cablecast functionally. 2 nights ago, the show in Yorktown was not on the TV. And they have flubbed so many times. Why, at least 20 times. It was a blank screen. Adjudge means to decide, determine, and pronounce judicially. To order or to decree. This case has not been adjudged. Adjudicate means to hear or try and determine judicially. To settle by judicial decree and to act as a judge. These people have not acted as a judge. They have not settled by judicial decree, and they have not heard and tried, and they have not determined judicially. They didn't sign a paper. Rudolph, McCabe, and Lippmann did not do any of these things. That is a gravamen. Compound this with the big gravamen that they violated Glendora's constitutional rights, and by the 14th Amendment, points 3 and 4, they are to be fired and to lose all pensions and benefits. There are no pay raises for state judges. They didn't make it. 3:30 p.m. I would like to rejoice about the trustworthiness of the universe. You go to sleep at night, and it's there in the morning. And it has been for billions of years. No pay raises for state judges. Make them pay us for ruining our courts. Courts are to protect the people, and they have robbed us of that. We have no protection. We have just dirty lawyers like Sarok and dishonest judges like McCabe, Rudolph, Lippmann, Angiolillo, Tannenbaum, and Macabre. This hymn I wanted to sing tonight. In fact, to all of us. Lord, dismiss us with thy blessings. Fill our hearts with joy and peace. Let us each thy love possessing, triumph in redeeming grace. Oh, refresh us, traveling through this universe, this beautiful, magnificent, thrilling universe. Take notice that Glendora called her post office and it was closed at 12:15 p.m. Friday, and she doesn't know if Sarok ground out a fourth paper about the Rye City court case, Glendora versus Charles F. Dolan and Cablevision. And she will not know until Monday, April the 23rd. But she will spend hours 3, 4, and 5. I made this 5 hours a day. I made myself do this 5 hours a day. I didn't make myself sit down and do it until I finished it. I made myself do it 5 hours a day. So the rest of it was 2 hours to get up to writing it this far, and the next 3 hours I spent printing it. And I got up to 30 pages. So Saturday I printed more. And I got up to something like 60 pages. And then I kept printing. And by Monday, I had it all printed. Then all day yesterday, Tuesday, I was collating it, doing the envelopes, addressing the envelopes, return address and addressing them, and videotaping the envelopes for you. And then, finally, at 3:30 yesterday afternoon, this paper was served. April the 24th, 2007, Anno Domini. And to whom did it go? You know that because I read it to you. I sent it to Judith K. to show her how state judges do not deserve a raise. I sent it to the executive director of the American Bar Association, and I said, here are 8 lawyers. I think 6 of them judges. No, maybe 8 of them. Here's 10 lawyers. 8 of them judges, who make you look pretty bad, the American Bar Association. And I didn't send one to the Commission on Judicial Conduct. I should. 3 should go to who to sue. They're all going to be sued. As I say, it is not grammatical, but it is graphic. And we're up to the a fortiori. The a fortiori. Therefore, wherefore, ergo. All the more, and even with greater force, it is even more certain and necessary that the relief that Glendora requested for relief be granted, together with costs and any further relief that is just and proper. This is Opus 1474, 1475, and 1476. That would be how many legal papers I have written. The cost of it was $106.92 to print and to post. And that's with my doing the printing on the little desk copier. Now let's see if we get anywhere close to this. Internet number circa 4590, edition 21, to 4600, edition 31, half hours. You think we got even close to that? Service on the 2 internet sites is by electronics. Yours in truth, in amor patriae, love of one's country. In amor New Yorki, love of the state of New York. And in outrage at the depravity of judges, lawyers, clerks, and courts. And it is signed with a signature I'm pretty sure you can read. Without prejudice, it's from the Uniform Commercial Code, Article 1, 207. A chat with Glendora on 55 TV stations. I don't know, maybe more than 550 municipalities. On Albany, New York, the state capital. And in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. And on the World Wide Web on 2 sites, www.achatwithglendora.com and www.youtube.com /Glendora. It is read. The record is made on TV and all over the world. Okay. So what were we doing? We were going to look through the drawers and we were going to find the bulletins to read you. You want to hear some music? I would like to commend Anthony Serra for his paper, The Liberty Proclaimer, where he is man enough and brave enough to stand up for America, no matter what. And I sent him $20. It's non-profit, of course, 3013C. And I found out about this through Chris Shue. And Chris Shue, I enjoyed meeting you so much because you are a real thinker. Okay, that's Bulletin 1. Where is he? He's up in Warren County, Washington County, up near Lake George and all those places. This letter came from the New York Medical College. And Franklin Fuller Buell, my husband for 48 years, donated his body to the New York Medical College because some of the medical students have to take a hiatus because they don't have a cadaver to work on. And it says, the future physicians of the class of 2010 of New York Medical College, as well as our entire university community, are most thankful to you for the generous gift of the body of Franklin Buell. And it's spelled correctly, with a Y, Franklin with a Y. The students learned so much from this gift that they shall be forever grateful. They will most certainly be able to serve their patients better during their future careers. By whom is this written? On Friday, May the 18th, 2007 at 12:30 p.m., the students, faculty, and college community will conduct a memorial service, a convocation of thanks. You are cordially invited to join with us in this service, which will be held in the Nevins Auditorium in the Medical Education Center. And it gives you parking spaces. And in behalf of all those whose lives and careers have been enriched by your thoughtfulness and generosity, I extend our thanks. Thank you. Cheers. I want to thank Mary Ramage for her letter. And she's so good. She monitors closely the Yorktown Cablevision system. She wants, of course, to know what's going on, because she is the signer there, and she says it's her show. But she loves to see .com, and she loves to see Sebastian. And so she writes her letters, and she even writes in her letters what she saw on the screen. And she has excellent penmanship. That's Mary Ramage in Mohegan Lake, which is a hamlet of Cortland. Andrew Hersman works for NBC. He has something to do with putting NBC on cell phones. I would like to thank my niece for the lovely Easter card. Isn't this pretty? The post office has come forth with so many cartoons, and they're so cute. So I think that's a nice touch. And Here's another nice letter from Mary Ramage. See, I think of you all the time. Here's tenants and neighbors, you people who live in Westchester County, Rockland County, and New York City. Those 5 counties. New York City is a city with 5 counties in it. I send them $4 whenever I can. And here's an alert for you. I'll read it to you quickly. You tenants who are beleaguered by avaricious landlords. They want Spitzer to continue to support tenants, and the landlords are abusing major capital improvements. If a landlord makes a major capital improvement, he can assess the tenants for it and increase their rents by it, and these landlords are cheating on that. So Tenants and Neighbors is an organization in Manhattan. They're headquartered in Manhattan, but they cover those counties that I told you, where we have so many avaricious landlords. I'd like to bring to your attention again these vegetarian